internet on my PlayStation like randomly fucking disconnected, and now I'm I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. The message has been added to the truthful section of your handbook. It's obviously spelling out something. I don't know who I should talk to when it comes to numbers. I'm gonna ask them the ultimate program.
Makoto.
There's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? I don't even know how it gets stuck. It gets stuck. Yeah, I guess no one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked, but once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But open. Got for this trim. But actually, I'm referring to a broken doorknob. Oh, a doorknob.
That's right.
You didn't notice? Or just try closing the bathroom door. So you'll see right away what I'm talking about. Idol Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional. All the time we want to.
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathroom can lock, right? Here for a while, lost in thought. I apparently struck with a sudden realization without the question.
Just a second.
I have one more question. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I just told Sayaka about it last night when we switched screens. What you're saying is only me and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. With the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. Other countries are starting to get into all of this.
I see.
That clears that up. Huh? What clears what up?
Goodbye.
We'll see you later. As if forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. Still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. If I start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also I need to look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I had no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there's some other areas worth checking out too. Just see what everyone else thinks. Don't even talk to me, that is. Something tells me Chase Zero is still in gym. Which means I could probably just check out that DVD while I'm over here. DVD player. Sorry. I have the DVD. I thought we left it in the room. Oh, let's just go. Let's see what can we get in the store. Oh, ain't nothing. No, I'll give it a shot. I was hoping I could ask.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Psycho left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. I have no idea what these numbers might mean. Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Yeah, it's like,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I just don't know. Well, okay. Well, don't worry about it. Anywhere for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe not want what she's rubbing on? No, shouldn't be.
Listen to me!
We have a second code I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it. There's whose room
You hear me?
What just all happened? Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget me. That's good, buddy. Sorry, it's just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. I forgot about that. Oh, this is definitely my room. The nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Oh, this is Sayaka's room, right? But the plate has my name on it. The nameplate from my room and Sayaka's room were switched. All that effort put to switch your rooms that I'm annoying was totally pointless. But why didn't I do that? Door nameplates has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The marshal thought said Psycho was killed in your room. That's because I'm thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Very strange. Mr. Nike, what was Miss Mazzano doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most suspicious.
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. You really think I'm guilty?
Most suspicious.
No, seriously, yes.
Very strange.
So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? Fuck you, Byakuya. No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if you say that the absolute truth, you're so responsible for her death. When you say, huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? Yeah, the reason Psycho was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms. She's dead because of me? And then it should have been me that died. Well, all we could say right now is that it's a possibility. But if that's really true, then the DVD was alright. Don't apologize for it. You would be grateful that you actually took the DVD. It's evidence, dude. Nah. But it's worth a shot to see what was on it. If you look on this DVD, the DVD that's so I could turn the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Psycho. She was there along with the friend she had been so important. She said had been so important to her. She was positively going there in front of the crowd so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and that voice I've come to despise so much began to float out of the street.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful.
Suddenly the screen went dark. In the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the heck? I disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say that he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far?
Listen to me! You hear me? Got it!
So, do you have any clues on this? What kind of clues? What exactly? We do not know who the culprit is, and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing any until the class trial. I Okay then. Do you have any suggestions for where I should start?
Well,
It's so annoying. Just fumble around, fishing blindly for food. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. It's in a kind of norm. But I think the trash room goes away. The trash room, it is the perfect place to store evidence. However, there's one little problem.
as for me,
If that place is sorted, I'd rather die than step foot in it. I'm trusting all you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. But so we have to get into the trash room. While I've seen people play this game, I don't remember who the culprit is. And I'm trying my hardest to remember. It might be a Leon, but I'm actually not remembering. So evidence that I somewhat have, just in case I'm wrong, or I'm right and I'm not realizing it, is this. The dying message. Because it looks like it's spelling out a name. And it looks like it's trying to spell Leon. But the amount of time she probably had left, she wrote the numbers 11037. Boom. Big brain. And then the break after the ticket of break since we started. This is all first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue. What should I be doing? I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me keep calm. Well, I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sai was going. Also, where's like the trash room? Pretty dangerous. No way to get past.
appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash and the will eventually wind up. How did you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty allowed in.
No, you can't go any further!
No entry from beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed.
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask.
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person cleaning duty is allowed. Cleaning duty is at the truth board section of your handbook. If I remember correctly, like, I believe Kifumi was on cleaning duty. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty, as a matter of fact, it's about me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monica talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. But someone cleaning duty this school would be flooded with trash in no time. That's when we applied for the position. I tested this morning, but after what happened, I had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can also take in front of the trash. Here we go. Of course, it's my job to gather all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. We're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need to get in the trash room and only the person cleaning duty is access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem
So
more
in
convenient.
other words,
Actually, kills a fellow student and becomes black and will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then different evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen!
Anyway, one point
Hey, you
that.
bastard!
Hey, fatty. Why do you want the cleaning duty you get to me? I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do it. What's the big deal?
You...
Why, I know you did it.
Is it, like...
You want to dig all the girls' trash looking for them you know and poking around at it.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. You don't get tired of 2D, then you can... I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. More than 2D is good for to show our love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? You're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality. There's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany him from picking up the trash to disposing of it. Why? If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? Not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you are on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What, do you not suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. You haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You're looking up in the gate. Wait. You know, when I looked at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife in order to get by on the side he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled out a key in his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr.
Without a
Naegi,
doubt.
surely aren't wanting to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. Then no, I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. If the killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Maybe a parallel world. Whatever, let's hurry up and keep looking. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's like a 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. You see the green yellow buttons up there around the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a very simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Oh, someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it is the work of a fairy. Well, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you should have said you were in here and the incinerator was off. Ah yes, about that. There can be no mistake if I got one thing going for me. It's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the classroom since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate,
Most
it's difficult for the incinerator to be on and yet. I mean, someone was able to switch, without opening the gate. Well, how is that possible? And that is the truth bullet section of your handbook. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about being big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Yeah, is that... Do you know what that is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the only kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Like that Nina girl who is on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? Well, one person it could be. We should all be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Looks like a burnt piece or something. A burnt piece, like a hunk of burning lava? No, this looks like a piece of cloth and shape. It's a part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which this is all that's what I have. There's some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This is enough by to figure out who the killer is. A burnt shirt piece has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. Last year, glass incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't.
Unforgivable!
He confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows who did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Here, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here, Nah, I had enough, gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Makoto, what are you doing? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah, hello, crystal ball. but it's all smashed. What the hell?
The heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was black. He said it was unbreakable. How did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally do? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt this belongs to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have came by and snatched it. What's in the laundry? I mean, anyone could have found it and taken it. Update, Shattered Crystal Ball has been updated in the truthful section of your handbook. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that? I think I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. Million? That's pretty cheap actually, I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I'm just gonna so I accidentally skipped the chat. What? Yeah. Dude. That's funny. Yeah, just too stupid. It's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Who spends $1 million on a fucking crystal ball that may or may not be a fake? Like, how stupid can you be to spend $1 million on a ball? Like, I don't feel bad for this man. Like, at all. Let's head back over to the left. You know, I went into the school store by accident. So what, do you have any clues in there? What kind of clues? Let's agree with you not knowing the culprit is, and you at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing.
Well... As for me...
Alright. I've already explored, I think, as much evidence as there is in the trash room. Who do we meet up with? No.
Seems like...
The monocle faucets because I'm thinking about it. Could it be a name? I'm not gonna start questioning people about the button-up shirt. No, let's get the laundry room. The hero mentioned the laundry room. There's some moving or no help there. Machine's still there. Still doesn't have any way to help to solve this case either. is, yeah, nothing there.
By the way, you son of a shit! You're fucked. Yo.
Shit. Check back in here. Oh yeah, the knife. That was inside a construct. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here. Big, small, but there's like one of those missing. Was it missing from the beginning, or I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. But then that makes Aoi suspicious, because what, didn't she like mention something about like her being here or somewhere while Sayaka's being murdered? Hey, so did you notice one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. I know it just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But here's my tea out, and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, and the knives were gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. You should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Aoi's account has been added to the truth bullets. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not, I would never. Tina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean... Yeah, they're supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends and one killing the other, the classic drama setup. When you consider everything together... I also have no idea. Ding dong, bing bong.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. You're great, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid that he would have been discovered as the murderer.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. And there we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Saika both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? I still think it's Leon. You can tell closely by the numbers that is trying to spell Leon. The one who murdered Saika. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Please look it down on the elevator. Let us begin.
Indeed.
Good idea.
Hey.
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it took you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. You can uncover the truth of Saika's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. Saika's honest. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn trembling with the patient toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. Wonder this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay. Now find your nice pieces. Hurry up now, hurry up. Wow. We did what he said and found our feet. The feet were arranged in the same circle. In the shadows so everyone could see it. Oh. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The others seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes. Court preparation, pre-trial prep.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
No, I have it probably. So that's set to read them hopefully. Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial so your votes will determine the results.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Oh my. You really think that the killer is just gonna raise their hands? Be like, yep, I did it. No, you're fucking stupid. No killer would just reveal themselves like that.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Mondo knows that. Even Mondo knows that, and yet he's a part of gangs. Like, bro. Dude, don't be a goddamn.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble.
That seems like some big fucking tap if I've ever heard of it.
First up is the case summary. Now,
Right.
let the class trial
fully
begin!
like zoned into this shit right now, man. Like, it's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. And then I noticed I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about people about me. This isn't just about me. I'm like fucking tired, so I can't even speak, and yeah, now I'm saying I'm fucking zoned into this shit. Your first non-step debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. All things progress during each class trial. You engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during the investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can use the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. I will have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, you know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Yeah, my room. In the
So
bathroom.
it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
No.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No! I was gonna talk about what she just said. What the fuck is this? Because the psycho hadn't resisted. Oh, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. Oh, yeah, I forgot about everything. So the first today, we'd like to take us to a sidebar. You know the spot there a few in which we can lies or contradictions regarding one or two. There's a statement somewhere up here in the different colors. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. And these weak spots are really important, and they're not always inaccurate checks developers' statement. This was only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward on the circle button. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss...
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, and the murder took place in
the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Got him! Well, I was right! No. Take that! Take that!
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a
there's definitely a struggle.
Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
You can determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Now that I actually understand, I'm ready to take the next step.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
No shit.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that?
No, I fucked up. I fucked up. I was like right on it, and I was like too fucking slow.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
I was right on that shit too, and I was too slow.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Now he feels like an idiot.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife. But where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Oh, fuck you with the accusations again.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime.
Bro, just because my room was the scene of the crime doesn't mean shit. My room being the scene of the crime doesn't mean shit.
Hold on a second.
That doesn't mean shit.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Yeah, what's the point of the trial? You're just gonna throw accusations at me right away.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
That proves that I wasn't the murderer.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Like, let's be real. If I was in a situation, I'm not gonna just, like, randomly accuse someone all because the crime scene was in their room. Like...
You really believe that?
That shit makes no fucking sense. He's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Like... How do they not know that, like, Makoto went, like, let Sayaka go in his room to, like, grab something or sneak in there just to be safe, right? Like, I mean, well, these people are dumbasses, I swear. she's right. Oh yeah, I heard that. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Yes, I would love to hear it. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. When you're concentrating, time will slow down, so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge is empty, you cannot concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Make your argument. Owie's account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Oh, fuck you, Toko.
Secret. Nobody was in the dining hall.
No, that's wrong.
Take that. Now I'm into it, yeah. Let's fucking go.
Hold on.
I'm solving this shit right here, right fucking now, alright?
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea, I went back into the kitchen to wash my glass. One of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
What do you mean I don't think so?
No,
like,
he definitely
now you're
wasn't
making
there.
this shit like untrustworthy, dude. Like, no, he definitely wasn't
The
there.
knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this?
What about
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Oh, fuck you with your accusations. Fuck off.
Idiot swimmer girl?
Okay. Yeah, that Toko, that was a bit too far. Idiot swimmer
And more
girl.
importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Yes.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. But let alone, can you at least explain to them I at least wasn't one that killed Saika?
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did, you're a dumbass. Even the bear is a dumbass.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
That is true, she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure.
But then
Can
it
you or
seems
anyone
to
else
be true.
prove that? I can.
Okay, at least Sakura again. Because
That's
I
right.
have no evidence.
Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Bro, this man should say ask if Sakura's a woman or a man.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
No. How do you not know who Sakura is? You're able... Bro, she sticks out like a sore thumb. She's the buffest one here, you dumbass.
Actually, no.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw Sakura, I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was a man. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was fucking confusing to me, dude. Actually, no, because
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means, we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Actually, no. It doesn't say you have to be sleeping in a specific room. In the dorms. It just says you can't sleep outside of the dorms.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Sakura's not a guy, you dumbass!
But I'm a girl.
See? I mean, it's nice to know I'm not the only one that thought Sakura was a guy, but...
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Yeah, damn right, you should apologize.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. Are you
Sayaka.
talking about...
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so that person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it!
Let's fucking go.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Okay, that's fucked up.
What? See? He did do it after all!
Okay, Toko will believe anything Byakuya says.
You're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
See? Thank you, Kyoko. At least someone actually has brain cells. Also, what the fuck do I keep hitting in my chair, dude?
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Wouldn't you like to hear more? As things advance further in a cause trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, and letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Oh, so we're basically playing fucking Hangman. Okay. Use the left stick to aim, press the triangle button to shoot the desired letters. Dude. You shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage. Your influences. This kid reaches 0 or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at 15, but wasn't. That must be a crucial point. You can figure out what that something is. Hangman's Gambit. Let's go. No. Oh. Fuck. What the fuck is the word? What the failed. No, I wanna reload. No. Yeah, I wanna give that shit another shot. I don't know what the fucking word is. I've tried like about every fucking letter that it's given me, dude. Question. Okay. Hair. It's hair. I know what the word is.
Now I understand.
Fuck you, man. I fucking finally did it. I finally got on.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Now I gotta give that another shot because I don't want to have to do this whole trial.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very...
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Hey, thank you, Kyoko.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes, I remember. Chris struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Doorknob. Played by the doorknob on the room, broken the screws holding it in place had all been partially or completely removed.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Let's take another look at how the incident
Yuka says a bewildering act. I didn't notice it at first. But is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate, but you go here. More, yes. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in the debate. Okay. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. The truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also go your trust with everyone, and influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because your influence gauge reaches 0 and you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Wait, no,
because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally,
I was too slow.
Finish the job.
It was you! We already know the answer.
I was too slow, that's the thing.
The incident took place in Makoto's.
Sayaka was first. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after, and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong! The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup. True as true can be.
True as true can be.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
Fuck you with this ultimate lucky student shit. Fuck you. Ah, bro.
That's not lucky at all.
The chair can go to hell.
So the
for
reason
that.
the door didn't open was just because
Fuck
it was stuck.
Now... The reason the door didn't open was just because
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. They didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime was learned. See, let's fucking go,
that it was my room.
I know exactly what the fuck I am doing. The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprits didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room,
then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening. Right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Shitoko, now you're actually starting to understand. That's what I've been trying to say.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
Quit without saving. I love this.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
That is a recipe for getting us all killed, you dumbass. Well, what the... That is a recipe for getting us all killed.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how...
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Yeah, that's way too convenient to be possible.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer
Yeah, but knowing me
got
being the ultimate
way.
lucky student and having a bathroom door that gets stuck, my door could be pickable.
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
You don't know your place, dumbass.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
Okay, stop pointing your finger. But she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. Or Psycho let someone in because...
I got it!
Boom.
Because Sayaka was already scared,
I know what
remember?
I'm fucking doing.
That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Even if I should try, it would get to the point of even switching.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Check the nameplates and then see we don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
And I know. Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Oh, I forgot about the voice actor.
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Make your argument.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Wait. What about the name? Wait, the door. I know the nameplate. What about the nameplate? Nameplate from the door size to size on Makoto's room, so apparently switched at some point.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, it's wrong.
Got him! Fuck out of here.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
The nameplates.
I got it!
Right? Yeah.
Me and Sayaka
See,
were the
fuck
only
out-
ones who
fuck
ever
outta
knew
here,
about
dude.
us switching rooms.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm all in right now, bro.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
This is what I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room,
She
okay?
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably... whoever she invited over came in and attacked her! We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
No, I swear, Mondo's like one of my favorite characters in this game, I swear, dude.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Maybe I know Sayaka's wrist is broken, but the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it!
See?
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Yeah, that's gold.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? What was the Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. I don't want to learn about non-stop debates. Yeah. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? No. But okay. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets in your truth cylinder. But like the next, with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute these statements. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage or influence stage. You can also put the L1 button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. And press and release the L1 button to cycle through each bullet. You can hold down the L1 button and use the left stick to lock the specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For purposes, this time logic difficulty set to mean. Oh, fuck you. I set it to fucking, I think, kind, because, or gentle, whatever I had it set to. Because, literally, I figured I'd be messing up a whole lot. Setting it to mean is just disrespectful, bro. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Yeah, kitchen knife. In the dining hall, so I took it back to her and I just found this.
A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist!
So, she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hit, but then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
It's definitely not the kitchen knife,
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
That's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist!
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away, but then the culprit...
And they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first sword-based sneak attack!
No, it's wrong!
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Use the sword. If you want to use the sword for your body,
I got it!
boom.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Well, like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
I read now I'm
because
getting
you think I'm ugly?
copyrighted for these. I'm gonna have to actually make it probably like this, or else I believe I'm definitely getting like out copyrighted for the cartoon. And I know that for sure, so I know I know people have gotten copyright strikes, I think, before for playing the fucking execution. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hand, because there's a regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night. The water.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Okay, Coco, that was a bit harsh.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The sheath would have been...
I got it!
Hey.
Sayaka?
Feature, I'm fucking big braining this shit. Fuck.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation, a totally forgettable kid, or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Oh, fuck you, Makoto. Stop being a little bitch and accept the truth.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, nothing left. Making arguing. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong!
Got him, no! Fuck out of here, big shit.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Fuck out of here, dude.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her. 11037.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
No question Sayaka wrote the message. Yeah, no question Sayaka wrote that message, I can prove it.
I got it! Her
Boom.
left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh!
What?
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, look closer, you can see, if you look at the 1-1, you can kind of see the N. And then I just got the O, the E, and the L. You're
right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
I think that message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, from crystal clear. Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Stop the cap. No one's buying your bullshit.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of? The exact thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Actually, the, shattered crystal ball, right? Because he's the ultimate baseball pro or whatever it was, right? Which must mean he threw it, the crystal ball, to get into the incinerator, get over to the incinerator. No, that wasn't it. Oh no, we can add his code CG only when that has a button up. Sure, on its own. Right.
I got it!
Boom.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them, and to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
See, you can even see it with what he's wearing.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
Okay, good point.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The button remained of the button-up shirt. Still wasn't able to get rid of. There's nothing about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
I got it!
Boom, mango!
Look closely at how the shirt was disposed of. We should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Bro.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Bro, he knows that we're on to him, bro. You can hear it in his voice. He knows that we're on to him now. No, that's wrong. There's another way to use incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. This actually proves that Leon is the real killer. Make your argument.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
Wait, I might know what it is. Looking at that close too. But I figured I would let everything play out first.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
No.
Shoot! The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But then this dumbass spent $1 million on it because he thought it was real.
But how would you use it?
Sure, I use the glass ball. Wait. Throw it.
I got it!
Bingo.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
Yeah.
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
I'm quite sure it was off last time. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
Well, he's sweating.
All you have to do is look at the scenes to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
Well, he's sweating, though.
The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
What do you mean?
I got it!
Bam.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
Bro, he's stuttering. He's stuttering,
I'm not
dude.
the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
According to Armin, love you get me. Will you do more? Absolutely. Every case has one element to bring the cost chart to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic book there are a number of pieces missing. Just need to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take him out of missing section and press the X button, holy cow, you'll get a hint. That might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Well, first of all, this has to go here.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the kid.
No. No.
The killer is you. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
No, oh my god. Look to the, but I'll go to the flip side because it's after the killing consequence, the encounter attack of the Sakura on. What did they do now?
The killer is you!
This? No, can't be.
The killer is you!
No!
Here's exactly what happened.
What? Oh my god. Please tell me I can have another shot at it.
Is this...
Thank you.
I refuse to give up yet!
Yeah, I don't pay close attention to... This is obviously... Boom, and then... First it's like attack the killer with the knife. You may notice something in the room. In my room. Yeah, this is a flex. Kind of like an attack with an attack of their own. What did they do next? Oh wait.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better... Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
I'm hoping I got this right. Oh my god, I forgot YouTube on my PC now. Attack them with the knife, get her in the kitchen area. I'm hoping I got this right. It's almost like where I am, it's almost 1 in the morning.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
I've been here for 2 fucking hours.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
No, bro. They do not.
The killer is you! During the struggle. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
I have the evidence. First bullet time battles at the beginning. Yes! Because they're like a shut, your opportunity simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. You like to refer to this as the bullet time battle. During the BTB, you want to show your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. As your opponent progresses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Subjects with a rock into your opponent's statement. One side. Yeah, you understand. It's 1 in the morning. The statement you walked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center. You're gonna deal damage to your opponent. You can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. This can technique and you'll start a tempo. Keep this going and you'll initiate tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timer for hitting each button. So watch out for that. You understand your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot it down with a truthful like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll run out of time. Or you run out of time. You fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
You can stop saying the word stupid. After the indisputable evidence that Leon is a killer, I need to figure it out. The moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid!
Fail. What the in the goddamn bro? What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, that's some bullshit. Yeah, give it a shot.
I refuse to give up yet!
When the killer removed the screws from the door instead...
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof?
I failed! Bro.
I refuse to give up yet!
No, I'm really reading it. I'm about to actually match the button. Wait, no. On an opponent's statement. Okay, yeah, I understand what to do now.
When the killer removed the screws from...
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Here's your proof! You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Shut up! Stupid! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Where's your proof?
This should prove it!
Yeah! Bro,
screws on the
I think that was the third time
too.
See chat, third time's the motherfucking charm, alright? I wanna fucking hear it. I believe that was the third time.
I wonder what kind of
I've
tool
been
the
streaming
killer
for like
used to
fucking
remove
2
them.
hours now. Like, maybe 3. I literally, cause we also have to include the last scene. That I did that. I ended up losing connection, so.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
I haven't touched literally on this game for the last 2 hours, but...
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Okay, you've been saying the word stupid a little too much.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Bro, I got a fucking A, chat. No fucking shit. No way I just get a fucking A.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our vote? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Ah, no, everything points to Leon. Monokuma vote. Yeah! Fucking go! Oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Oh, he's silent now.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe
You
it.
son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, what the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice. It was kill or be killed.
That's why...
So that's why I killed
None of you are any different!
None of you are any different. One wrong step and you'd be the first one, and you'd be the one saying. It was a complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
Hey, come on. Expect me to just accept my death? And to become clear, the decision we made was right natural. But when I think about it, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. What we came up with really is the truth. And that truth is that Psycho was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here, no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be stuck here. One thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them, inside whatever it took to reach a dream. I mean it. Even some things weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka for the friends that meant so much to me. That's why she betrayed me. So she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her away what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. Well, what did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're not a despair. Thinks it's like his betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Hold on, I gotta plug in my phone. Sayaka, you're forced to do something like that? All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would be a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good old whopping. This barely avoided punishment. You did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you magnificently revealed that identify the killer during the guy's trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill him.
That's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
That's exactly what it's self-defense. When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. And you came all the way back, into the bathroom and killed her, no?
Do you understand?
Yeah. Any number of chances stop what you were doing. You took after. It's not because you had uncalled intent to commit murder.
So,
no, come on. Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh,
you sure you're closer there than anyone, will you not? You killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. No, what the fuck? Okay. The one to blame is him. Swah? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuates war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakens within you? Just shut up. Okay. Well, anyway, more importantly, and hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey,
No more begging, no more excuses.
Stop!
You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules society commands it.
now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Now then, I'm prepared a very special punishment for Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No!
Oh, shit. I'm ready to get demonetized or copyright. Okay, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Wanakuma just straight up said, batter up. But that bear was fucking playing baseball. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. What we saw, that was a true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Whoa, extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. Whoa, what's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy. That's because that's exactly what you are.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through this such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's the kind of put a mile on a scale. I just don't think... I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. I don't think they're supposed to fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But you do that, you're barking way up the wrong thing. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out. No matter how much time passes, you can't get free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course you get free out of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure. Since you learned all the mysteries of the school, you've been change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever. What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden inside the... just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get back to the blackened punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, what exactly are you referring to? I said everything I got to say. I need some of the fun for later. Just like that, he was gone. He also stood there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class had started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure. And we can't ask her now.
However,
if you can't ask her, you can infer. Don't you think her final thought was how she could protect her?
So
the fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave that message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed
certainly.
her. That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway.
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, The others would be never able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths. That's why. Does he? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Psych. I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. Instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed a small smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Psych? Oh, well. Psych.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I have a pretty good intuition. Chapter 1 to survive. The end. To be continued. You see the despair bat present. Yeah. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this stream. I'm gonna be going back to recording these as videos because it's really the only thing I can do. I'm gonna save the that's not pause my video. I will say this. Every class trial, every time an investigation begins, I will be streaming. All throughout the investigation and the class trial. I will only record videos leading up to those. Because I don't want to be ending up with like a recording for like 3 hours and then uploading it as a 3-hour video. Even though there are people that will literally sit there and watch 3 hours video. But, I also just simply don't have the time to be recording a 3-hour video, so, and having to go through the trouble of having to, like, upload it and everything, and how long that might take, so, yeah, I'm gonna go, and peace. See you on the